If you guys are trying to take your training to the next level and you want to increase your speed, your power, your conditioning, then you got to check out Phil Daru's 8-week heavy hitter boxing program. I'm telling you guys right now, it's no joke.
3, 2, 1.
This is Genesis, and you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? Man, oh man, 2020. This is the most revealing year ever in the sport of boxing. And I'm going to get deeper into that. But first, let's go ahead and get into the news. Now, if you guys recall, Lomachenko, before he was the WBC champion, once Devin Haney became his mandatory, Lomachenko, he decided to vacate the belt. And then, according to the WBC president himself, Lomachenko and Bob Arum, they reached out to the WBC president and requested to get this franchise witness protection status. And because Lomachenko vacated his WBC championship belt, he basically handed his belt over to Devin Haney. Because shortly thereafter, the WBC president, they made Devin Haney the actual WBC champion.
How did you choose Lomachenko? Because
I did not choose him. He requested, Canelo requested. So we sent out a vote and we analyzed his history.
Ooh, Canelo and Lomachenko requested?
Absolutely.
Ooh, you just made headlines.
Lomachenko,
You just made headlines.
Lomachenko, top rank, requested. And let me tell you, we analyzed the request. Two-time Olympic champions. Two-time Olympic, 2 cycles Olympic champion. Champion in 3 different weight categories. And nobody can doubt he's in the top of the top of the top.
Define the franchise belt. Can you define it?
The franchise is not a belt. It's not a championship. It's a designation given to elite, unique fighters.
Okay, so courtesy of Barbershop Conversations, that was an interview he did with the president, Mauricio, and you heard what Mauricio said. He said the franchise is not a belt. It's not a championship. He said it's a designation. It's a status. In other words, it's exactly what I've been telling you guys it is, a trophy. So this is what Mauricio said when he ended up getting a lot of backlash for giving Lomachenko the second franchise belt. Now you fast forward to present day, listen to what Mauricio is saying now about the WBC franchise belt and Lomachenko. Now I'm gonna quote exactly what Mauricio said. Mauricio says, Loma is the WBC lightweight champion. He won and petitioned for the franchise designation. The franchise is put above any champion in the lightweight category. So Lomachenko is in fact champion with special attributes. He doesn't have to face the mandatories that normally come when you win a vacant title. He was named franchise and he could go ahead and make this fight with Teofimo Lopez. End quote. Guys, what do I always tell you? The most dangerous weapon in the world is a microphone and a camera. You just heard Mauricio say that franchise is not even a belt. It's not even a championship. But now he's telling us that because Lomachenko has the belt, because he has his Hope Insurance, now he's the real champion. In fact, he's not only the WBC champion, but his belt supersedes every other WBC belt. Oh, and on top of it, he doesn't have to fight any mandatories. Which translation really is, he doesn't have to fight any dangerous black fighters like Devin Haney if he doesn't want to. Because that's really what the WBC president is saying. Now remember, when Jamal Charlo was Canelo Alvarez's mandatory for like 2 years, and the WBC president, he kept telling Charlo, don't worry, you're going to get your shot the next fight. You're going to get your shot the next fight. Then all of a sudden, Canelo Alvarez, he requests to vacate his belt and then the belt is handed over to Jermall Charlo. So when Jermall Charlo found out that the WBC created this status called franchise status, Jermall Charlo, he said, okay, well, if that's the case, I want to fight for the franchise belt against Canelo Alvarez, not letting Canelo off the hook, right? So what does the WBC president do? And what does he say? He comes out and he says, oh, no, Jermall, that belt is not transferable. So there's no way you're going to be able to fight Canelo Alvarez, is what he was saying to Jermall Charlo. But get this. Now when it comes to Lomachenko versus Teofimo Lopez, Mauricio says the belt is transferable. So it wasn't transferable when it came to Jermall Charlo, but it is now. We know what time it is, don't we? We know what time it is. I mean, I'm telling you right now, the racial double standards are so in your face. It's so overt. It's almost as if they're no longer trying to hide it. And I'll tell you this, any journalist, any boxing writer that is not exposing the corruption when it comes to the WBC, you're just as guilty as the WBC. Because this is a time when your professionalism and integrity should be on full display. But the majority of them are not going to show any integrity when it comes to this situation. Because at the end of the day, they want to make sure that fighters on the hope list are protected. Like I said at the beginning of this video, man, so much truth has come to light this year alone. I'm talking about even outside of boxing. From the way a lot of people responded to all the police shootings, the way a lot of fans reacted to the Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder situation. I mean, sure, we all knew that there were a lot of racist boxing fans, but even I didn't know it was as bad as it is until I started to see how people were reacting to the Tyson Fury Wilder situation. And keep in mind, guys, I'm not trying to tell you that everyone is supposed to come out and say or admit that Tyson Fury cheated. That's not even the part that surprises me. What shocked me was the amount of fans that said, who cares if he cheated? Deontay Wilder is garbage and Tyson Fury is a better fighter. They were openly, or they have been openly saying in the comment section, even if he did cheat, it doesn't matter. As long as he has the complexion for the protection and he gets the W, who cares how he got it, is what they're telling you. I mean, the fact that these fans won't even admit it at least looks suspicious. Even if you don't want to say Tyson Fury outright cheated, you would have to admit that things look suspicious. You would have to at least admit you've never seen too many boxers with their gloves looking like Tyson Fury's gloves. But you guys have to remember the type of fans that we're dealing with here. These are the same people that will watch a video of a white police officer shooting and killing an unarmed black man. No matter how many of these videos they watch, they will always draw the same conclusion, and they will always say, I don't see anything the cop did wrong. These are the same people that will say all lives matter. They'll hashtag it all over the place, but they'll never include black people who have died, the whole reason why Black Lives Matter have been protesting in the first place. So let them tell it, all lives matter, except for the unarmed black people that are getting shot down by the police, the people that's supposed to protect us. Oh yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense. Guys, these are the same people that are defending Tyson Fury. If you don't believe me, go out and talk to one of your friends right now who isn't black, who's defending Tyson and saying there's no way he could have cheated, even if he did cheat, and then bring up George Floyd, bring up Black Lives Matter, and watch them use the same talking points that Nazis would use. Go look on the internet right now where someone is posting all lives matter, and you tell me if you ever see them include justice for George Floyd, justice for Breonna Taylor, and everyone else on that list. Because the man in this image that I have on the screen right here, he's telling you what all lives matter represents. If the roles were reversed and people knew that Deontay Wilder cheated and he beat Tyson Fury, do you think anybody would be saying, Who cares if he cheated? He's a better fighter than Tyson Fury. We know what time it is, don't we? So that whole situation was very telling. And now you have the WBC president, or the whole WBC coming out of the closet. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is not the first thing that the WBC did. It's just extremely more in your face. I mean, you got to remember, Mauricio Solomon is the same person who said that Canelo Alvarez was completely innocent when Canelo tested positive for PEDs. He also raised the level of clenbuterol in your system because so many Mexican fighters were testing positive for clenbuterol in their system. So 2020, the year of the truth, Mauricio Solomon is making a mockery out of the WBC organization. And this belt can never be taken seriously again. It's extremely disrespectful what Mauricio Solomon did to Jamal Charlo and Devin Haney. And unfortunately, they won't be the last two black fighters to suffer from the racial double standards when it comes to the WBC. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. What's going on, guys? You know, I've always wanted to find a second source of income. And I've always wanted to learn about stocks and trades because I've heard so much good stuff about it. So I finally found a way to do it. And now I'm learning from 6, 7, 8-figure traders. So not only am I learning from them, but the most important thing is I get to copy their trade. So I get to earn while I learn. Now, if you want the full details, click on the link below so you can learn while you copy and paste their trades. And just understand this, guys. Just by watching the video, you're doing a great job of supporting my channel, and I appreciate it. And the craziest thing about doing this trading is you can do it anywhere. All you need is an internet connection, and you can do it just with your phone. So if you want to learn how to make a second income alongside me without having to pitch, sell, or recruit, go ahead and click on the link below, and I'll see you inside. You know, I always say on this channel, pay-per-view fights should actually be free. And now the day has come where I'm about to hook you up with an app where you can watch all your pay-per-view events, boxing, UFC, etc. for free. I want to introduce Block TV, the best internet streaming television app out there. They provide over 3,600 channels, including HBO, Cinemax, Showtime, and Stars. They have a massive video on demand library with over 40,000 of the new release movies and the latest TV series. And it also includes DVR. So you're getting all of this for $34.99 a month. And once again, that includes free pay-per-view. So this one right here is a no-brainer, guys, because back in Las Vegas, I was paying damn near $200 a month for my cable. Those days are long gone now. So to get the app, make sure you guys go over to getblocktv.com and put in my promo code and get 30% off your first month. You also get a free month for every friend you refer. The promo code is DBNation. Fellas, I've got some great news for you. If you've lost your hair or have a receding hairline, the time has come when you can finally get your hairline back through a process called scalp micropigmentation. So here's how it works. It's a hair tattoo that replicates the look of your hair follicles when you have fully shaved it down. Basically, you will end up with a haircut shape up or an edge up. What they do is they tattoo small dots that look like hair follicles in the areas where you have lost your hair and then blend it with your existing hair. You can even choose what type of hairline you want, hard shape up or soft and natural finish. And to maintain it, all you gotta do is shave your hair every few days, which is something you already were probably doing anyway. So if you wanna get this hookup for my brothers out there in the UK and Europe, make sure you check out the Scalp This on Instagram. And for my brothers out there in the States, make sure you go ahead and contact my man Scalp Carolinas on Instagram. And when you go on their pages, you can see for yourself what these guys look like before. I mean, these guys are literally hair magicians. I've never seen anything like this before, but all I can tell you guys is this is a serious game changer for us men. So make sure you get in contact with Scalp This and Scalp Carolinas on Instagram.